To activate the in-flight expense tracker, go to Tools, down to Pay and Expense Tracker. One thing to remember is that you'll need to import your flight summaries before starting your expense claiming process. You can do this by clicking the Go to Flight Summary Importer button at the top of the screen. Please refer to the Flight Summary Importer help video for more information. The Pay and Expense Tracker always defaults to the most current month, but in this case, if we want to check expenses, we must select the month sometime in the past. Let's select June. The expense tracker is broken down into 3 sections: calculate expenses in black, underpaid expenses in red, and overpaid expenses in green. The calculated expenses is what Crewsware has determined based on your actual flying what your expenses should be. The underpaid expenses are a comparison between your actual expenses paid and what Crewsware calculates. The overpaid expenses are exactly the opposite of the underpaid. They are the difference between what is calculated and what the company has actually paid you. The underpaid and overpaid sections are broken down into columns: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and gratuity, and then the total sum. If any one section does not have an associated breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, or gratuity, that column is not shown. Each day in the table indicates where there are calculated, underpaid, or overpaid expenses. We can see in this example on June 14th there is an underpaid lunch for $14.58 and 3 underpaid dinners for $28.88. The first thing you want to do before starting to make a claim is to look through the underpayments to determine whether or not each one of the claims would be valid. You can see that each one of the amounts has a superscript next to it, and each superscript relates to a section below the table. In this example, you can see that the lunch, which is superscript number 2, relates to no lunch boarded. In addition, if you want to see the individual pairings, take the mouse and float over any pairing number to see the individual pairings. To start your claiming process, all you need to do is start by clicking each individual meal you wish to claim. In this case, we'll claim the $14.58 and the 3 $28.88s. When we click each meal that we wish to claim, the background shading turns to yellow, and the summation table at the bottom adds up. In this example, you can see we're going to claim $101.22. You can also, if you wish, unselect one of the meals we have chosen by simply clicking it again. Only the meals that are shaded will appear in the eClaim expense report. In this case, let's reclaim this $28.88. Once the month is complete, we can select the next month. Simply go to the month selector, select the next month. Before we do, you can see that the month selector allows for a 13-month look back. The current agreement between Air Canada and CUPE allows for 12 months. In this case, let's select May 2011. As the new month appears, you can see there's a large amount of underpaid expenses. Again, we scan through to make sure what is valid, and then once we have determined, we click each one that we wish to claim. In this case, we'll be claiming $99.78. You then repeat this process for each month you wish to claim. When you're finally finished, just simply go up to the eClaim Expense Report link, click it. The Expense Claim Report is designed only for CUPE members. It's designed in such a way to make the e-claiming process much easier to input. Each of the columns lines up with one of the inputs required by eClaim. The report has a number of features. First, there's a button at the top to return to Pay Tracker. Each individual month can be deleted once the claim process is complete, and if you wish, if you have a question concerning any one of the claims, you simply select the line and click it. This will take you to the appropriate month. Also, above the expense table, you'll see a link to open up that month's flight summary. As with anywhere with Crewsware, if you see a blue question mark, simply hover over it and you'll find further explanation of what that section is about. In this case, the expense tracker, or in this case, the eClaim expense report. One further reminder, before you can make any expense claim, you must import your flight summaries. The button at the top allows you to go directly to the Flight Summary Importer. Please see that help video for further information. This is the expense tracker. That's all there is to it.